It may surprise you to hear that eating the wrong kinds of vegetables daily can seriously impair your immune system, hasten the aging of your brain, and even affect your mobility, particularly your leg strength and stability. Through my years of accompanying individuals in their healing journeys and observing extensive research, I have come to deeply understand this caution. Many popular veggies may appear innocuous at first glance, but some can induce silent inflammation, hurt the tiny blood vessels in your legs, make walking more difficult, and significantly raise your risk of falls. Falls, as I've seen, are the #1 cause of fatal injuries among adults over 65. But please don't worry. This article will provide you with clear and comprehensive advice. I will tell you which 3 veggies you should eat daily to keep your intellect bright, your mobility strong, and your health safe, as well as which 3 vegetables you should avoid at all times. Pay close attention until the very end, because I'm about to share a startling truth about a vegetable that seems nutritious, but can be subtly impacting your legs without you ever noticing. In order to ensure that you never miss another personalized health tip, I advise you to ring the bell and subscribe if you haven't already. Type 1 in the comments if you find this video helpful. If not, input 0 to tell me how I can improve your material. Section 1. 3 vegetables seniors over 65 must consume every day. 1. Broccoli, the natural armor against aging. Among the myriad veggies that appear on our dinner plates and in our markets, broccoli is a silent but potent ally on the path to aging well. For individuals over 65, it is more than just a vegetable. It is a kind of living armor intricately crafted by nature to safeguard the body's most important systems during a period when resilience starts to decline. Broccoli, which is high in the powerful phytochemical sulforaphane, offers protection against chronic inflammation, one of the silent causes of aging that I often discuss. In my experience, chronic inflammation not only causes pain, but also slowly weakens muscles, joints, blood vessels, and even cognitive function, all essential components for preserving one's independence and standard of living. I believe that sulforaphane makes every bite a calculated investment in lifespan by activating important pathways that cleanse the body of toxic substances and boost its defenses. In addition to reducing inflammation, broccoli is a great source of vitamin K, calcium, and a variety of antioxidants, nutrients that I know are vital for maintaining cardiovascular health and bone density in older adults. From my clinical observations, bones tend to weaken after age 65, and even little fractures can cause long-term problems with mobility. The special nutritional makeup of broccoli protects the arteries against the calcification that frequently comes with aging, while also strengthening the skeleton. It seems like the exact blueprint for maintaining vitality is contained within each delicate green floret. The health benefits of broccoli for our literal foundation, the legs and feet, may be the strongest argument. I've seen how sulforaphane can enhance peripheral circulation, which keeps the legs and feet fed and responsive. Stronger, more steady steps, fewer balance problems, and a lower risk of diabetic complications are all results of healthy circulation. Eating broccoli is, in a very genuine way, like making the daily decision to move forward a little bit more confidently and powerfully. However, the preparation technique is crucial. I've found that lightly boiling it for a few minutes preserves broccoli's potent sulforaphane concentration and improves its digestion. The amazing qualities of this vegetable are largely eliminated when it is boiled to oblivion. You are essentially consuming life itself when you let your broccoli remain colorful, slightly firm, and full of life. For seniors who want to live longer, more fulfilling lives, a simple cup of steamed broccoli is more than just a meal. It's a powerful expression of respect for oneself and optimism for the future. But while broccoli strengthens your inner armor, there is another unassuming green leaf that subtly fuels your heart, brain, and perhaps most importantly, the very muscles that power your daily activities. Might a handful of this vivid green be the secret to safeguarding your most valuable skills as you get older? Let's find out next. Please let me know in the first comment below if you're still watching and finding these insights useful. Let's now discuss point number 2. Second, spinach, the secret source of mental clarity and vigor. During the process of aging, some meals subtly become indispensable allies, and spinach is one of them. In actuality, spinach is one of the most potent restorative plants that individuals over 65 might include on their daily table. It is sometimes disregarded or thought of as a simple salad green. Natural nitrates, which greatly improve blood flow throughout the body, especially to the muscles and brain, are abundant in this humble leafy green. This influence has a profoundly transformational effect on the elderly, as I've observed. Circulation tends to deteriorate with age, depriving muscles of oxygen and nutrients, which can result in lethargy, sluggish reflexes, and even cognitive fog. However, spinach directly counteracts this process by naturally enlarging blood vessels and enhancing vascular flexibility. Muscles, particularly those in the legs and feet, maintain their strength and responsiveness when blood flow is improved, giving elderly people the invaluable gift of freedom and movement. In addition to its circulatory advantages, spinach is a fantastic source of lutein and folate, which support memory, processing speed, and mental clarity. My clinical experience has shown me that individuals who incorporate more lutein into their diet often demonstrate noticeably better cognitive function. The claim that eating a small handful of spinach every day can help protect the honor of a healthy body and a bright mind against the encroaching forces of time is not hyperbole. Even more amazing is spinach's subtle protection of eyesight, one of the senses most susceptible to aging. Spinach contains lutein and zeaxanthin, which directly support the eye's macula and lower the risk of age-related macular degeneration, the main cause of vision loss in the elderly, a concern I frequently hear from my clients. By preserving sight, spinach maintains freedom, the capacity to read, drive, identify loved ones, and navigate the world safely. As always, preparation is important. Spinach's valuable nutrients are preserved when it is lightly sautéed or blended into smoothies, which also facilitates digestion for older adults. A lot of what makes this ordinary leaf so remarkable is lost when it is overcooked. From the vigor in your step, to the clarity in your thoughts, to the gleam in your eyes, spinach is a protector of energy in every way. A modest daily portion can have a significant impact on safeguarding numerous facets of life that are too frequently overlooked. But although spinach strengthens the body and mind, another vibrantly colored vegetable, frequently found in kitchens, has a secret weapon against aging that affects not only strength and vision, but also the balance and coordination that let you stand upright every day. Is this colorful root the natural defense you've been lacking? Now let's get to it. 3. Carrots, the unsung. Guardians of life, balance, and vision. Some of the most potent allies we can encounter as we progress through the later stages of life are not the most ostentatious or exotic, but rather the most basic natural treasures, such as the humble carrot. For the soul that wants to live a long, independent, and connected existence, carrots are much more than just a tasty, gratifying crunch. Beta-carotene, a precursor to vitamin A that is vital for keeping good vision, is abundant in carrots. This is crucial for elders, since independence is frequently subtly determined by vision, as I've witnessed. You can appreciate more than simply the fine lines of a loved one's face or the hues of a sunset when you have good vision. It protects against hazardous falls, permits safe driving, and maintains the honor of boldly traversing the globe. My observations indicate that incorporating beta-carotene regularly helps delay the beginning of age-related macular degeneration, which is the main cause of visual loss in people over 65. Every vivid orange root holds the promise of a better, safer future. Carrots shield more than just the eyes, though. They also act as protectors of neuromuscular coordination and balance. The antioxidants in carrots support the integrity of blood vessels and neurons, two sometimes disregarded aspects of senior vitality that keep the messages from the brain to the feet dependable and quick. Carrots subtly support both a healthy sensory system and strong legs, which are prerequisites for taking powerful, steady steps. Carrots provide significant support for metabolic health in addition to vision and balance. Their high fiber content aids with digestion, lowers cholesterol, and stabilizes blood sugar levels, three main health pillars that frequently deteriorate with age, as I've noted in my practice. It takes more than just avoiding diabetes to maintain good blood sugar levels. It is about safeguarding blood flow to the limbs, nerve function, and the ability to walk, dance, and live life to the fullest. Carrots are best consumed fresh or mildly steamed in order to reap their maximum health advantages. Eating 1 or 2 carrots a day, whether grated into a salad, sliced into a snack, or blended into a smoothie, may seem like a small gesture, but over time, it creates a significant layer of protection around the senses, the heart, and the feet that propel you forward. This is because fresh carrots are naturally sweet, but not all vegetables are as beneficial as carrots, despite their promise and protection. Indeed, several veggies that appear innocuous can subtly weaken the very legs that support your independence, reduce your strength, and even affect your circulation. Which hidden hazards are present in your kitchen? Let's turn the page and find out what's really going on. Section 2. Older adults should never touch one of these 3 vegetables. 1. Eggplant, the hidden danger to comfort and mobility. As we age, we need to make more thoughtful and cautious decisions, since even the tiniest mistakes can have a major impact on our independence, health, and quality of life. Eggplant stands out among the foods that seniors should be cautious about, not because it boasts loudly, but rather because of the subtle harm it may bring to the body's internal organs, particularly the joints and legs that support our freedom. On the surface, eggplant appears to be a harmless vegetable that is rich in color, low in calories, and high in fiber. However, solanine, a natural chemical defense that can be quite harsh on the aging body, is hidden beneath its glossy exterior. I've observed that solanine can cause inflammation in sensitive people, especially in the muscles, joints, and connective tissues. This secret substance can subtly exacerbate pain, stiffness, and a scary loss of mobility in seniors who are already susceptible to arthritis, nerve sensitivity, or muscular stiffness. The harm is not limited to discomfort. Leg inflammation that is low-level and persistent can weaken muscles, decrease blood flow, and affect the delicate neuromuscular coordination required for safe and steady walking. Unnoticed weakness accumulates over time, and steps become unclear. Without obvious notice, the simple pleasure of going for a walk outside or crossing a room with assurance can start to fade. Losing balance, falling, or having chronic joint pain can have a significant emotional toll in addition to the physical one. When the body no longer moves easily, feelings of helplessness and loneliness frequently start to sneak in, as I've seen in my practice. In this sense, the seemingly innocuous eggplant can subtly lead to a much more profound decline in well-being. Methods of preparation don't really matter. Whether baked, grilled, or stewed, eggplant's solanine still poses a risk, especially if eaten frequently. There are much safer and healthier veggie options for seniors who are working to preserve their independence, stability, and mobility. Although not everyone will have symptoms right away after eating eggplant, the risk is too great to overlook for people over 65 whose bodies are inherently less resilient. Protecting your joints and muscles from silent saboteurs like these is the first step in preserving your ability to walk, dance, and stand tall. But eggplant is only the first step. Other veggies, however popular and colorful, contain substances that subtly irritate, disturb, and deplete your body, endangering not just your physical vigor, but also your mental clarity. Is it possible that one of the most common vegetables in American homes is actually hastening the aging process from within? Next, let's find out. Please let me know in the first comment below if you're still watching and finding these insights useful. Let's now discuss point number 2. Second, green bell peppers, the unseen source of silent inflammation. Every meal has the silent potential to either help or hurt during the prime years of life, frequently in ways that the body only gradually becomes aware of. Green bell peppers, which are colorful, familiar, and frequently lauded for their crisp, fresh flavor, are among the most misleading meals for seniors. However, beneath their upbeat exterior is a more complex tale that requires consideration from everyone who is committed to preserving their health and vigor. As members of the nightshade family, green bell peppers are naturally rich in lectins, which are complex proteins that can attach to the intestinal lining and interfere with the absorption of nutrients. This becomes a quiet concern for elderly people whose immunological and digestive systems may already be more compromised, a factor I often consider. I've observed that lectins can cause a low-grade chronic inflammation that is frequently undetectable at first, but gradually erodes blood vessel function, neuron resilience, and joint health, all of which are essential for preserving strength, mobility, and balance. Stiffness in the ankles, tingling in the toes, and a feeling of instability when walking that wasn't present previously are some of the initial minor symptoms of this concealed inflammation that many seniors experience, and that I've noticed in my work. When the inflammation gradually worsens, it can lower blood supply to the legs and feet, impairing feeling, weakening muscles, and raising the chance of falls, one of the biggest threats to those over 65, and a profound concern for me. The irony hurts. For many older folks, a vegetable that is frequently picked in the name of health may be stoking the very flames of decline that they are working so hard to put out. Even worse, compared to their red, orange, or yellow ripened cousins, green peppers have significantly fewer concentrated antioxidants. This implies that you lose the same preventive advantages and are instead burdened by their inflammatory potential. Green bell peppers' lectin concentration can be somewhat decreased by cooking them, but I believe it is best for elderly people who already have cardiovascular problems, arthritis, or digestive sensitivities to limit or stay away from them completely. Numerous other veggies can be substituted for them without causing apparent harm because they are safer, higher in antioxidants, and kinder to aging systems. Just as powerful as deciding what to eat is deciding what not to consume. Making small, sensible choices at every meal is the first step in safeguarding your strength, mobility, and even your mental health. However, there are other hidden culprits besides green peppers. There is another vegetable, common, lowly, and adored all over America, that might be doing much more damage to your heart, legs, and freedom of movement. Is the veggie you most trust weakening you from the inside out? The reality is more shocking than you may think. 3. White potatoes, a comfort food that subtly erodes stability and strength. Few foods are more ingrained in American culture than white potatoes. When potatoes are mashed at family meals, crisped into golden fries, or baked warm next to a hearty meal, they evoke a sense of familiarity and tradition. However, this well-known staple can subtly undermine the very stability and strength that are so important for aging successfully in seniors over 65. There is a perilous reality beneath their comfortable familiarity. Due to their high simple carbohydrate content, white potatoes quickly raise blood sugar levels after consumption. Even while the initial effect might seem innocuous or even enjoyable, the long-term effects are far from that. Frequent spikes in blood sugar cause the body to become inflamed, which puts stress on the fragile blood vessels that supply the brain, legs, and feet. Seniors may experience longer recovery, loss of sensation, and a gradual weakening that impairs mobility without notice since their circulatory systems are already more susceptible, a pattern I've observed countless times. However, blood sugar is not the only risk factor. White potatoes and other high glycemic meals are linked to arteriosclerosis, a progressive hardening of the arteries. Blood flow to the lower extremities deteriorates when arteries become less flexible, resulting in cold feet, cramping, numbness, and instability. Even minor pain might soon turn into major dangers. This can lead to a higher risk of falling, a slower rate of injury healing, and a loss of autonomy that, from my perspective, has a profound effect on your physical and mental well-being, often impacting emotional health deeply. Even the reassuring custom of baking or mashing potatoes has unspoken risks. The extra butter, cream, and salt used in many potato meals exacerbate their already significant negative impact on heart health. A single plate of potatoes has the power to subtly undermine the effects of medication and good habits for seniors who are managing high blood pressure, diabetes, or cardiovascular disease, a challenge I often discuss with my clients. When compared to other root vegetables, white potatoes are likewise deficient in protective nutrients. White potatoes provide minimal protection against the oxidative stress that speeds up aging at the cellular level. In contrast to the vivid colors of sweet potatoes or carrots, which are bursting with antioxidants, seniors who choose them lose out on a vital chance to safeguard and nourish their bodies from the inside out. You don't have to give up warmth or comfort to avoid white potatoes. It entails making decisions that respect the body's requirement for consistent energy, robust circulation, and robust muscles, the very qualities that maintain independence and happiness as we age. The influence of each minor decision. As we enter later stages of life, it becomes evident that real strength is derived from the little decisions we make every day, often without even understanding how significant they are, rather than from big events. Protecting the legs that carry us, the heart that keeps us going, and the intellect that defines us means picking the proper veggies and avoiding the hidden risks in foods we are accustomed to. These are no longer merely dietary issues. They are meaningful acts of respect for ourselves, commemorating the years we have earned and the life we have been given. One thing is clear from my own experience and the other tales I have heard. Seeking miracles is not the goal of aging healthily. It all comes down to awareness, constancy, and a readiness to give the body peaceful, committed care. What sensible, everyday sustenance gives cannot be replaced by a doctor, medication, or invention. Eating a handful of walnuts, replacing spinach with a riskier green, and putting down white potatoes in favor of more colorful options could all seem like little things. However, these minor details have a big impact on a senior's life, safeguarding their freedom to move about freely, think properly, and live on their own. They safeguard happy times spent with loved ones, adventures taken with friends, and dreams carried out in good health. It's a straightforward yet significant lesson. Each meal is an investment in the future. Each mouthful is a vote for struggle or strength. Although we cannot control every force that comes with growing older, we can support ourselves, respect ourselves, and give ourselves the best chance to live life to the fullest every day that lies ahead. It is not difficult to live a stronger, more independent, and happier life as we age. It is based on love for the life we still have the ability to influence, respect for the body, and consideration for the mind. The purpose of these lectures is to encourage you to live life to the fullest and most genuine. I would be delighted to hear from you now. Think for a moment, then share one item you've learned that you want to use in your own life. On this path of accepting these realities, let's help one another. If this video was enjoyable to you, please leave a remark with one. If not, feel free to use 0 in your comment. Your opinions are very important to us. For more videos like these, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and share our videos. I appreciate you viewing, and I hope you enjoy living your life as you see fit.